Well, this pair of mourning doves seem to love these temperatures, and see that nice heart shape there? Well, yeah, that was a cool shot taken by Jim Carpenter. Let's take a look at these numbers. We are currently at 68 degrees. That is also the high for the day. We've had certainly gusty winds. We are behind the front now. The air mass continues to dry out, and we've seen some beneficial rain, anywhere from ½ an inch to well over an inch since yesterday and through this morning. 64, the current number there at the Valley Airport in Weir's Cave. Westerly winds at 9, and those gusts are still going to be with us here as we go through the next several hours. It won't go completely calm at all tonight. So temperatures are well in the 60s for most locations at this hour, and again, you can still see some of the gust over 20 miles an hour, over 40 there in Roanoke. And as we take a look at Doppler radar and satellite combined over the last several hours, this is a 12-hour loop. You can see some of the rain we dealt with this morning. Then we had the clearing behind it as expected, the winds picking up, and those westerly winds off the mountain helping to compress the air and warm it. Now temperatures tonight with the wind stirring generally in the upper 30s and low 40s, and we'll call it variably cloudy as we'll have a few clouds that'll work back in. Now temperatures tomorrow basically in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees, so it is certainly the pick of the weekend as we basically have a 50-50 weekend. And then we turn our attention to Sunday, because that is a first alert weather day, and we do expect rain and snow, and then likely going over to a period of snow, especially as we get into Sunday evening, late Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and Sunday night. And that time period across the lowlands will be the best opportunity for some accumulation. However, the warm and wet ground may limit some of that. So again, futurecast showing some of the rain moving in well after midnight here on Sunday morning. And then as we go through the morning hours, most of us will be dealing with the chilly rain, others a rain-snow mix. And then as we go through the course of the afternoon, we're still dealing with a rain or a rain-snow mix. But as we get closer toward Sunday evening, Sunday night, that's going to be a better opportunity for any of the rain to change over to snow for several hours. And that's when we could have our accumulation. And for the most part, it should be on elevated and wet surfaces, or elevated surfaces and the like. The roads should be mainly wet, but it still needs to be monitored. And this storm is not even formed yet. So right now, for most of the area, coating to about 2 inches. The Blue Ridge Mountains will certainly have the best opportunity because of elevation to see more in the way of accumulation of snow, and certainly farther out to the west of the Alleghenies and areas farther north and east of the region. We'll continue to monitor this, but this will be a nor'easter, and it'll continue to work up the eastern seaboard on Monday, so the big metropolitan areas will be impacted by this storm. So that energy is still well to our west tonight. We don't have an actual storm yet. The ingredients still have to come together, but in the meantime, that spin out across portions of Colorado will continue to work off to the east, and that will be the storm that will redevelop off the Carolina coastline on Sunday. Temperatures tonight in the upper 30s and lower 40s, variably cloudy and chilly. It's a 50-50 weekend as mentioned, spring-like tomorrow still, and then it's back to the realities of winter, which is the season we're still in here for Sunday. Chilly start for Monday, along with some gusty winds behind that storm system, and then next week we'll start to see temperatures come back up into the 50s.
Great, thank you, Eric. Looking forward to that.